Gonna see the right side smokes. And it's going to be dualies that Lucan's got on the other side. That's going to be the first contact more than likely. And actually, I love the proactivity, but great counter to that. VenomZera just playing anti-flash and drop not blinded by it. Means that they've started off on the wrong foot. 9Z are left on the outside, and they're not even looking towards in.
Off on the wrong foot, swept off of their feet completely. Bomb going down, that's going to be a quick decision, and Martinez and SLP going to go for this together. Those dualies actually seemingly causing a distraction, while Martinez is going to get a double, would have to get a triple and then some. They just run him down, a double from VenomZera.
He's at bench with this scout.
Yeah, set up perfectly for this. Also gives this a good 1-2. When unfortunately he falls right below the Molotov drop, he's going to be tagged up and then bagged up immediately. This is going to turn that ship right around, likely back to A entirely. Right now, at least with a couple of traps set below that end, they're actually going to be heading into the belly straight up. I mean, there's 3 players here.
Yeah, this is bad news, actually, for Red Canids. Adam S is in a great spot. Lucan just needs to not commit until they can play off of each other. And yeah, that's exactly what they do. Max comes in, Lucan gets his, and now Adam S can activate. They've got no idea that he's still towards ramp, and VenomZera goes down. 9Z find the round, and it's all thanks to Martinez hitting that tag and then the frag to follow that one up from bench. They have Cat, and they're up, ready to go towards B, alone as well. This Paso Peak defender.
He's getting none off his efforts. It's Ponter right next to the rest of the group that exactly boxed it out, and it's one frag back by Max, and Gold to get this down. This is really going to have to be a quick decision for 9Z to kick into gear onto Catwalk. They have a flash set up here by Martinez, and this is going to have to be it all right here for these next couple of moments. Clearing close and waiting for this boost to get up. They're on this investigation while Max is, just waiting for him to actually get back in this. This is all Drape in the red of the Canids right now. Just getting that touch back from bench. It's Sponsor that gets a huge kill onto Lucan, and with that warning, I think they're going to be seeing out. Max to try and see a couple of names in this situation as well. Honestly, in the way he has just boxed them, it should be a couple Red Canids who don't see out of this situation. If it's through the AK, if it's through the bomb, Max gets a second, and Red Canids, they get their first gun round. Splitting this setup just for the moment. Red Canids with no space out of Palace. They are forced to fight now with their hand already shown. It's going to be onto the A site whether they like it or not, and now it's time for Lucan to shine. Now we prompted him up in our pregame. He's got to get a good look, and he's gone with nothing. Similar result to the hit last time with the one anchor they saw, and now it's 3 players behind this jungle smoke, and Ponter is just going to be swinging right into the drop to try and get this down. He's at a long-range sing, and as this all goes, it's 3 frags that are now rolling the way of 9Z, but it's all left onto Adam S. Had a great double here to actually prompt this entire streak of rounds, knocked back off by the 1-gun round of the Red Canids. Can 9Z wipe that off on the board like nothing happens, Vincent? Oh my gosh.
Maybe so. Adam S, a stunner on the cold. Now it's up to Ponter. He needs all 4. But I don't think Ponter's really interested in moving unless he's forced to. Molly misses. Ponter gonna jump down. It's ambitious, but I like that he's willing to take it onto his own hands. Make sure that there's no way through. The kit is there, but the time is ticking, and Adam S is fresh out of it. Bullets and all. He runs, but he cannot escape bomb's radius. It's 9Z to lose everything in a Red Canids victory. Yeah, I think he can be a very strong piece, and particularly like on the T side, I think he can activate, and we just saw the way in which that works. Reinvestment, big flashes for mid, big difference for 9Z. Kind of let Red Canids have whatever they want.
Just keeping their eyes on it. Molotov is going to try and box them out. Hostile peek and can get in front of this, but he's still on top of the boost. He's looking down towards lower, and Drop is anticipating this. Max still hard on this angle. They may not be ready for this, but an angle seen, and right there, it is such a graceful segment. They get this down into the bomb site, and it's a 5 versus 2 flood right in front of Lucan, who almost connects into a second, but would it even have been possible if he does, Vincent? It's Martinez against the world, and Red Canids, they have really fired up on this T side. 2-gun rounds in a row now. The way they're reaching into middle, but trying not really commit to much. Max gets out with his life.
Yeah, it's really late in the half that 9Z are finally testing this mid attack for Red Canids, but you know what? Adam S finds a little timing on a drop, and there's no trade potential available either. Red Canids, this is what they've been doing, though. This is the norm. Oh, Martinez caught. elbow seen, and with that, a head taken. They gotta
Coldzera
move.
with the bomb. Yeah. Tiptoeing his way up catwalk. Adam S here with a huge role to play. He's going to be the eyes and ears of all of 9Z right now, even on the 3 health. He's just seen a whole lot. But K trim all the way down on a round like this. Cole's got to bring this to pay dirt himself. Bomb going to go down in a 1v3 for a man that's coming all the way from his own wheelhouse to attempt this.
Yeah, they needed everything to go correctly, and it does. Poncer gets his. It's a trade onto the connector. With Max out of the picture, like you say, 1v3, that also peak. I mean, it's sort of viable in the traditional sense. He's about to pick up a kit, but in fact, just going to leave that where it lies.
Always makes his way out of under. There's 2 players perched up. Max joins, and out of mess, makes the contact, but there's an op up top, and it's not looking this deep, and they make the contact, and they sweep it all out. 9Z, they shock themselves back in the form, and it's Poncer that's separated from the bomb, the rest of his squad, and with 35 to go, he'll have to manage this clock while it's going to be 4 written up for 9Z, all the more likely. I mean, it's been that rifle that he's been known for on some time. Gotta see him get involved. It's been a group effort for the Canids so far. Drop doing a great job, leading by example. This time he's opening it himself. Gets that in a good stance. It's Adam S who's currently on the other side of this line. Now is trying to reel him in, but damn, I mean, there's a lot of hooks down here. They finally catch Max. Get that down, rather. Four players. As soon as he releases this crouch, it's a headshot. He connects. He's got to know that there's more in time. And Martinez, he's got one on the hurt, and it is a triple that everybody is going to be putting on notice right here for 9Z. They wax themselves right back into position here with 2. Like Martinez may just get a scratch right at the beginning of this. It's close, but no cigar right quick. It's going to be right back to it. Martinez can put us right in an even stint, but Adam S is actually quite bold in this latter position. See if he does make a little bit more space forward and make contact because he's hearing so much. Now to get a swing to potentially get on. Coldzera holding.
I think Coldzera might have seen just an elbow right there. Doesn't seem like it. Again, good decision, but this is where you need your B anchor to be proactive, and Hwaso Peak has been just that. Drop, hard clears him, can't win the fight. There's more to be said, and now all of the reinforcements are starting to arrive. That was the bomb scene first and foremost, and now Adam S on notice. He's the one man who can stall this out.
Hopping down for it, Adam has a double, and that is it all to do. Now Poncer to collect another clutch. 15 seconds in a fake plant. He's drawing Lucan out, at least attempting to, but a false time to go for the flag of the reload. Now Poncer exposed for this, has to commit to the plant, and there it guarantees a tie. 9Z push themselves to 6-all. Cowes sees it all towards A. Hasn't heard anything moving through that side of the map in a long time. They've been postured and ready for this for a while. Now they're out on the island, not taking any prisoners. It's Lucan with the double. Poncer has to raise that bar. Poncer's running low on ammo and has to get this all done. He's alone on the island, and now it's Cowes that has been voted in. It's a 1v3, and it looks like 9Z's colors draped all over this B site, and this pistol round included.
I mean, talk about a big performance from Lucan.
Checking themselves into a ramp. 9Z better be careful up top. They just found out a whole lot. Gonna be trickling with them over on B. This is gonna kind of spoil the movement of the fake. Cowes gets a double on that MP9. Now 9Z are really in trouble. Martinez gonna be posted right here and not ready for it. Cowes is gonna have to get on the run. 11 frags deep on that AK, and Max with the MAC-10 currently equipped is
Max is going to lead the charge. Fantastic to put the MAC-10 first and foremost.
dropping right down to it. And now there is nobody here to stop you. Coldzera can rotate in with a late scout. Gets in front of it, in fact. And this should be an easy kill up for Max. And it absolutely is. Card swipe. Dropping a 1v2. Won't even attempt it.
Yeah, unfortunately, the reality is that Poncer needed a 1-for-1 there at minimum to make this viable. A confirmation.
You know, at one point in the first half, he praised Drop for taking it slow, really not trying to get really overzealous. This is the point at which I think we can praise Max and 9Z for the same thing. Not trying to roll up into anything too quickly here in this Mirage. They know it well, right? They have to just make the decisions at that right time. So this is an example of that good decision making. Max gonna have to be clean here with this HP onto Cow as Adam S can't overlook the empty pillar, but it's coldzera that actually slips the timing and is caught.
Adam has a world where he could have maybe made that happen, but Adam S puts him down, does not give him a chance to set his feet.
A point in which you're trying to pick on the timing, I feel like that was 10 seconds ago. Now it's about trying to actually put some respect on a play like this, and Last Out B going and getting a very clean entry. This is exactly how they prompted this up. They caught Canids out of position, and now they have a site right where they want it.
It's good execution. They're about to take space towards CT. I say that, actually, Max is low. Scary for a spam potential. Martinez has it covered for now, but there it is. It's the smoke that fades actually over towards Connector and allows for Kawez from Cat to cut off the head. The plant is no more.
20 seconds.
Big trouble. Martinez has to hold this.
And they're teasing him with the shadows. This is where the plays come through, and it's going to be committed all the way down. One of the players that's really going to be worried about here is the rotation in from the catwalk. Martinez is sending in Adam S to find out what is up with that. Holding a very fine line to CT. Double scoped in from Apex. Could have even cashed in on a collateral, but he's got them one after another. coldzera now 1v2 has a collection onto his first, and now coldzera has got it automatically every single time around this on Mirage. Put Marcelo David up the clutch, and he's going to get it done. But with this 10 seconds, it's going to be awfully close. 6 seconds, and he may not have it, but with 2-1, it will be that card swiped, and a 7th on the board for the Canids. Heavy into Palace again. And I think this time it's going to be quicker off the line. Right now, even where you look at the minimap, if they pounce on this, the A player is going to be exposed under Palace. VenomZera now in danger. Gone with nothing right now. coldzera up in hand. He's back to back out here next to his rifler. VenomZera and coldzera back to back. But it's all up to the older of the duo. Cold has got 3 back to back, and he's on for the ace. coldzera can potentially have it here on this ace site, leaving Kawez and Ponter here as the double bodyguards. They'll be fine to lock this down. Martinez, though, with a lot of space to work with.
Max, rather. Yes. Space is honestly not good enough. With the HP so low, the bomb on his back, I mean, the value that a plant even would provide, but that triple box, it's a fool's errand almost. They give him so much area to work with. Still don't know how Max is able to transition this into something more. As long as the riflers stick together.
Considering the tease towards CT, you're cheering for this ace. That could be exactly the real estate you want lined. But all to give it that go. And they've actually even swapped it out. MP9 for the ace, and coldzera has got it hopping onto the bomb. And that ace denies double digits for the red Canids, who were just one more closer to 9Z now. coldzera with a couple great rounds in a row. 8 frags in the last 2.
That force buy and then that loss, Cold on the ace, that basically sets red Canids for an advantage. Holy cow, Lucan.
It's the one AK that could. But with the 2 deagles alongside, gotta pair this dish up with something.
So deep. You've got no idea how deep Adam is right now.
I'm giving these B players a surprise. It's gonna be Ponter, the only player he's really gonna be able to get eyes on. He has to commit to 2 fights right here. If he takes a chance, that is the reality. So he stays hidden. The Romanian is gonna try and split them up. How does he actually find a time to strike? It's really going to be an awkward lay, but he just needed to wait for everybody else to get close, cause distraction, and Ponter has that. No clear gone, so it's Adam S now left on the site alone and earns some respect. Has the bomb now and a chance to actually make this thing full. Gets this over to get a little bit of respect, but can't even hide from VenomZera. Takes that to a tie himself. Burning bright, top of connector. And now the rest of the group is going to get active. Out towards ramp. Here's this player they were just particularly targeting. It's Venom Zera under Pallets, and he is making it go. Mallets out of the rifle. He's got 2 in a row. And Martinez, he is trying to trickle back for this. Has to avenge the Fallen right now. Can do that, but can't do much more. Adames, again alone, has got 2 frags. We know this story, but it doesn't end well. It's Red Canids that fire up to take the lead on Mirage. Backs it up to jail. Contact has got to be made from the AWP. Flash right in. And they may just double up a position like this. Cowes actually finds his first kill. That may be where they place the rifler here. Martinez with the double, and Venom Zera finally in time towards Catwalk. They hold on. You are pinned into this corner, and you're finally fished out. Drop right where he needs to be. Was the hero of the previous round, and now has the cape on again, and soaring in for 12. That is a super play by the Red Canids. They have 12 on Mirage first.
That's fantastic. Another fantastic hold from him on B. That's the 3rd time that he's had a multi-kill in that B hold.
Opening it up onto Max. Gonna have to call from the grave and potentially will stay there all the way till Ancient. There's Lasal getting a good look, but it's all the way doubled down. The Argentinian puts it into a 3v3 personally, and they have this to a post plant here, but he's caught. He is not gonna get away for this for free. Gonna have to be a 1v3 most likely. Adames on this site, and he has been called on so many times to lift up a round like this, but can't do it again. Cold Zera's squad has got their first up in this semifinal, 1-0 up over 9Z. They want that grand finals. They need to go. They have it 1-0 up.
Or maybe this thing's gonna go all the way to the distance.
We're currently not going this way. They're walking their way up to this cheetah, and these dualies are still out making it happen. Clocks are going to connect on a couple of heads. This is 9Z with the ball in their court first, and they're currently going to be balling up in this site. I mean, this is a quick matter, and it's Ponter left alone. 9Z start off on the correct foot.
Yeah, listen, I think that, you know, the reality of this series is very clear, though. Lucan having a good series already. I think that's a win condition for 9Z on the T side of Ancient. That's where they're starting. He opens up with an early duel. He and Walto Peak with a couple of kills. There's also hold on a second.
Back to the biology in a moment. This is an animal planet. This is Ancient. This is Thunderpick. Max might get a double here. He's endangered. Max to 30 health, and he's gone. But Ponter puts us at a 4v4. Old Zera and Venom Zera decide to step in front of these. They're going to fight right here. No utility to push them back. It's just, how long will they commit to this? Old Zera having to wait his turn. Venom Zera gets a double. They just line up for him. It's not supposed to go this way. There's one man that can save them. It has to be Lucan. He's given no respect on the bomb plant. Drop has to get everything in his hand for the Canids, and trying to attempt the throw over.
Cuts him off the knees, and Drop shuts down any chance of a bomb plant as well. Uh-oh, Cowes is in trouble. Trouble that keeps on moving. It's Adames.
Hold with Famas. Almost decks into Martinez. That Molotov can take care of him if Ponter doesn't. Delivers with the A1S. Ponter's got some help here, but not for long. They are flushed out of this A site, and Drop is just absolutely bullied back. Warren to not even mess with this. Puts up a smoke for a little bit of solace, but I promise they are not going to be letting him out for free. Look at T-Spawn. Look at the path that Lucan's on. This is going to be quick and clean.
That's a huge pace change from 9Z. And they posterize Drop as well.
Posterize is right.
Cowes finding that through the smoke is such a relief. They push Max back. Now Cowes goes searching. Not so sure about that myself. 4-on-4, 9Z have an open avenue here onto A.
Ponter in tow.
But they're out of
Cold
smoke.
Zero just right next door. Big nade, Vincent. Max connects with a big headshot. They have to move this into the site. Bomb pulled. They have to get this down. This is a bold move. They have it while they maintain respect. Here is a shadow to give a clue. And Martinez on that tally. Nothing gets past the Spaniard, and nothing is getting in this site right now. Dropping a 1v4 is likely going to have to wave the white flag.
You know, Martinez is going to get 2 here. He
can.
actually gets credit for the entry, but it's his AWP that allows 9Z to actually like play in this way. They had no smokes, Mark. They had nothing really to play coverage. And unfortunately, Cowes going searching there gives them such ease of access because that's your donut player gone.
This could be an issue. Smoke out a donut as well. That one's fading sooner rather than later. Still hopping on this horse. Cowes, great fight, thinning the herd, and you're just going to get tapped from behind. There's not even going to be the motion to that. There's a player deep behind this box, and with Drop getting that shot, it's all to the element of surprise. Nobody's looking to the back of his sight, but there is that shot by Luke, and bomb dropped. Martinez has to deal with this and get this down. Drop, he fades away, and Martinez hits a hell of a shot through the efforts of himself and the Romanian. Are these the 2 players on the chop and block? Aggressive, walking it up. This could be a problem with Drop's position. That is just so carefully in this corner. Adam S does get caught. Martinez has his trade every time. He's going to be hunting for more right now. Has to take a big voice within this Sing, and it's going to be Lucan. He's got it every time. Even to another metric, a double that just continues to go. He's 14-2 in this first half. We're only in round 9. The Argentinian is on fire.
Yeah, it's just hard to stop the entry prowess. I think that, you know, there's a lot of criticism that's been sort of leveled at Lucan at times because when 9Z don't have him in form at all, right, they really struggle. It really falls to Huaso Peak to kind of make the plays and step up in his absence. But, man, when he's on, it's a recipe for unbridled success, as you would expect from any, you know, hard entry fragger like Lucan is.
Oh,
it's fantastic to see it. Yeah, oh no, indeed.
He just legged him.
But the longer it goes on, the more you have to just give credit over to Lucan again and again.
Right in front of the flash. And that T&Cs came to a feed right here. And Drop gets a good serving himself. Out of ammo. Max has to get this down and clip with the numbers. They have the utility as well. Oh, his sponsor not died right here. Long range. It's coldzera connecting for the very first time here on Ancient. And round 10, to be honest with you, when it matters, if this is one that can serve themselves, they will take it any way they can. Lucan and Martinez, they are in and out of this because the bomb is on the other side, and they don't want to give him a freebie.
Oh, talk about a freebie. Ponter finally tracked down, but it's through the wall. It's the fashion that he goes.
Fishing it that well again, potentially.
Nobody home.
They're doubling up through cave.
I think this is a great decision from Red Canids. I'm not quite sure where Lucan's gone. They're so concerned about like the mid prong of this, it feels like.
Interesting.
Love this though from Red Canids. This is all the right moves that they're making right now.
They heard Lucan sprinting across right there. They're going to be walking down, and now both of these hands seen Molotov box have been close. They have to go ahead of it, and it's a great shot. And now it's all left on to Lucan, who went around the world to figure this out. Up back in the hands of Cold for even a second, and he takes full advantage. Second on the board here for Red Canids, while they still can go. Nade flying down.
Nades.
Oh, finally. Woo! coldzera. Attempting the flick. He's the one that actually he's going to get legged and now into the fire. coldzera will he be free? Gets one for it. Lasso Peak gets the worst. They're sending their little lurk to go in on A right now, but it's just too far gone. They have lost the timing here. And Drop, he's tallied up to go ahead and slam down on the rim. He has just posterized all of 9Z on the bomb site. Max left all alone, wondering what the hell just happened. Take the bounces. And Drop is just going to be endowed by that Molotov. Ponter gone back. Now, Lasso Peak trying to make this even Steven. What is tempting him through the smoke right now? What is the call? And the barrel. Oh, he's just so far, but too close to coldzera for comfort in this first half. Is all the way construed too far. 9-3 is an exclamation of this domination in the first half. Drop is going to be leading all the way front. Bomb's right here as well. The numbers are right around this corner. They can see all of this. They can hear it. And now it's dropped to continue around this corner. It's Drop and Cold Sarah in between. They're the structure of this roster, and they got to be the reason that the Canids are lifted up in this pistol, and they are clearing literally house. They get this down, and it's LaSalle Peak all alone.
That's nasty crossfire, man. Great work from Drop just to let Cold take the next contact, and then Cold again continues to play in a non-committal fashion to allow Drop further shots to the back of the heads of 9Z. Lovely.
Did 9 players survive? The GDP of this server just went through the roof.
It really did.
Farming up some cash that's going to lay a bet. Damn, ADAMS is going to have to rest in. What the hell is that shot at Acalez? Just an opener that the Canids need. I don't know if they deserve that. However, they'll take it.
I mean, listen, it's not a question of deserve. It's a question of what is. What could be. I love that angle, by the way, from Cold. Yeah, I mean, you're going to drop a smoke, but at what cost?
Holding on to what exactly, you know? Right in front of it, you're already in Cheetah at the moment. Martinez trying to stand off for this. The longer this goes, it's just so awkward. It feels like 9Z have taken so many of these weird buys where they fully haven't had that gal about it. Martinez with a great shot. Venom Zera gonna send a warning to the rest of his squad that A, B, where this is to go. That op is awfully potent, and now you're seeing exactly where it rings. Bomb dropped right now, and that is going to be bringing attention back to this B play, but there's nothing to stop it from being picked up and carried elsewhere. Right now, there's going to be a big bug in middle. LaSalle Peak is going to be seeing it all, but he should be tucked to catch Cold Zera on the run right now and not be exposed. He has to win this gunfight and does. LaSalle Peak with 20 seconds has now just put 9Z on the timer to put out Red Canids in this round. Can't let him escape. Has gotten around the corner, dropped to make it happen, and now there's new lease on life for the Canids in this round. If you have something to say about it, Martinez at a CT, you gotta say it right the hell now, and he does. Doesn't deny the play, but he denies the round, and it's double digits for 9Z.
Yeah?
Need to open that back up. HE 101. 2 missed in a row. Goodness me, what would Austin say? Here's Ponter with a great shot. He deletes. And so now this all set up. 9Z with an advantage.
I think he'd put him in cuffs right now. I think that's a hefty sentence coming their way. 3 still towards B. 9Z set. And a good postulation. Martinez has the one side. The Rifler's the other. And a big gap open, sure. But ADAMS has that covered. And he can be the support for Hasso Peak in a moment.
Great check. Venom Zero was ready for it, but Ponter is now going to be separated. They're taking so much time, the Red Canids. Now they're separated again with 20 seconds. LaSalle Peak has to get agile, and he can't exactly do it. Ponter now left alone. 4 seconds to actually get this down and to actually manage. Slips the net. Perfect amount. Martinez, he just denied the other plant. Deagle secured, and it's actually Max that finds him with the taps. A defuse will come through when it is needed. Not really the vibe, the energy you love to see from the Canids. It's a semi-final opportunity today. Got to make the most of this. And here's the nade smoke open. We're trying to run this door down. Lucan, he hasn't had a lot to do in this second half just yet. Now he has his hands full. Cold Zera on the other side. He has the bomb right now. And that's going to be the worry here for the Canids. Can they actually secure this? They can. 3 frags in a row. And ADAMS at this health is the only member that stands between the bomb plant, and he can't even get that down. All of a sudden, it turns from good to way, way worse for 9Z, and they are now in a 1v3.
Yeah, I'm going to be honest. I feel like there shouldn't have been a way back in for this. You know, Canids with the multi-kill that, you know, levels it up in a big way, but
I thought that was exactly what you mentioned, right? The Lucan multi-kill. I mean, poetically, that's what it's taken on this Ancient. Not enough. Would have had to be the triple there onto Cold Zera. No dice. Quickly towards A. And back-to-back. This is timing that's going to cost you. Spacing that is going to separate. And they're not chasing between this Molotov. Cowes was already out on the line. And Drop reels in another frag. Look at this. Between the fire and the flame. It's Lucan and LaSalle Peak that stand here in solace. They send the Canids back with all of their utility.
You know, this is the difference between a struggling Huaso Peak and a struggling Venom Zero on this map. Huaso's had these really high-impact single frag moments. That's one of them, where he stands tall, gets his kill, and then stays alive. That's the difference between what he and Venom Zero are doing. What a crazy timing from Max. That felt like that could have been a moment where they throw it away, genuinely. But instead, they find the frag that nets the advantage once again. But an open B site, Venom and Ponter. There's not any guarantees in this. No one to play defense. And plenty of time to get whatever hopeful post-plant positioning the Canids would like.
You're going to have to get to this side of the court and get there fast. Rotate in from T-Spawn. Ponter and Venom Zero set up shop. And right now, they're even going to knock on the door. On a busy morning. But now they've seen their first customer. South Peak not even being lent in the front door. Smoked off. Flash secured. There is a bit to maneuver here. A Molotov that Venom Zero is not really going to be able to work with, but they line up. They reach too far, and they are denied. It is the Canids that continue to row.
I feel like
at this point, they know what they have, Vincent.
Don't go for the stack. That's got to be the goal here for Red Canids.
Oh my goodness. Lucan gives you a fair warning. Drop the challenges. Now they're sprinting out of the smoke. The numbers will try and just get this down. The 5-7, it turns the tide, but can't turn it all the way up the tally. It's a USP versus the world.
And this should be just fine. I like that the Red Canids are still being careful. Respect to Max, even though they know it's pistols and even a fake. I said the one goal this round for the Red Canids is, you know, don't go into the stack. Don't walk it up into that B site.
Going to be headed right where it needs to be. Spaniard needs to set this off with success. Perfectly dodging the flash. How many does Martinez decide to pick off of the tree right now? Going back and seeing the basis. There's two that have just flown in his direction. He smoked off. But look, you can see just for a brief moment through the window, it's three on this other side. And now you've got to be worried. Red Canids, they have to go for this while the time is hot. The time is right for the bomb plant. And they've got themselves at a man deficit, but with all this room to maneuver.
They got to take something. They can't just sit and wait. Surely that's a losing effort, and it is. Red Canids, they put themselves in a position where they basically just had to sit and wait. The last possible moment.
Dawes swinging down to 4 health, and Lucan with a great trade. Drop here may not be expected, but with the Argentinians double, that the entire series has meant so much for 9Z. Turn it into a triple, and now you're living in the nightmare. Your comeback denied, unless Marcelo David is an even larger clutch than he did on Mirage. Here when his back is fully pressured, pushed up against the wall. Thankfully, they're all coming from ramp or from Cheetah.
The fact that Cold has the space to work with, he's just confirmed on another. This seems so real. Lucan would need an ace, or Adamas could pick it up as well. Cold making a committed play. Lovely stuff. There's kits for 2, and a molly as well that might put the finishing touches on this. Lucan just holds on the defuse, and Adam holds his back down as well. 9Z push to 3 for Train. We're guaranteed. Time to prove me wrong for map number 3, Marky.
Headed up top. 3 players on the other side thinking quickly already get off the rails. They are finally going to meet. These dualies are going to get what's coming to them. Venom Zero and Drop. They're starting this thing off hot, and they are taking these fights confidently. Venom Zero struggled on map number 2, and he's already making his impact felt out on this B site, and it's all Ando South Peak alone.
I mean, I feel like those dualies were in perfect locations. They should have been able to really have a lot of success there, but just can't connect the headshots. Tragically for 9Z.
They're just grouping up outside. 9Z, they'll wait their time. Because it was the betterment of that crew game that I do bring up, and I think you give a little less credit than me, and where I think the CT side was much better in the stint for 9Z in the fact of the way they made most of their ground up there. So getting that one back. It's going to be 3 casualties here, which is way more than they should get at all. Ponter and Venom Zera, they flush this out. But
with this one, and I was stat searching, Mark. You know, Martinez has been the opper of this series, no doubt. So that's why you put the big green in his hands.
Immediately getting past that scope. It's Martinez that was posted on B. They go A out quickly. It's the right call. Kawaz finds Lucan. The last out peak, he's chiming in all the way from Icon with the frag. Kawaz immediately traded. So they have to get this down onto the site. Venom's there with the bomb up. And Adam S, he's going to get boosted up here. So he has this all under control.
Waiting. Boost unseen. Adam S sticks to his guns.
They aren't going to be expecting this. But now with the premature spam, he's got that down. Thankfully, Martinez has got that quick hand, double quick scope. And there's nothing to worry about on the site for 9Z. coldzera trying to take this close quarters. We need to find this frag and then get the bomb down. Well, there's step 1. And having to actually meet this, gonna likely give it a fake. And coldzera quickly off of the plate. And Martinez will eat it too. He gets a triple, and the glass cannon pays off. On the front end of Pop Dog, Lucan's flank developing. Thing heating up real well. Longer this lasts, sooner the Argentinian comes to pulling that trigger, and he gets 2, 3. How many more for Lucan? It's a 4. Lucan continuing to pour this on, but it rains up top. It's the ace for Lucan, and it's all the way down. Perfect by the Argentinian, and it is 3 in a row.
The amount of utility, though, that Red Canids have to work with for an execute is pretty massive. Problem is, they're not in position to actually utilize it. Max gets flashed in. They're smoked off of E-Box. This is bad news. Red Canids, honestly, I don't know how they break through.
Locking it up. Max would have to just get cleared, and he does. That's a beautiful shot by Ponter. 20 seconds is the problem here. So the numbers, you can practically serve them up for 9Z. At the moment, they're dialed by coldzera, and he can even pick up onto that AWP. But it's 10, that turns to 9, and coldzera will extend. Adam S, he doesn't have the timing to shut this down. He's just a couple seconds late. But it's coldzera that can continue to get this down. Considering the adjustment, he gets the headshot and a Molotov to just box this up. It's Wassow that's now going to have to respect the fire if he is to approach this clutch. Sticks it. There's just no way. 2 seconds left, and Wassow would really have it all the way gone. 2 seconds to it. Quite close in this contact all the way far. Drop nose is there, and surprise. 16 HP. Adam S is going to fall away. T-Con being dealt with. We know Kawaz was already quite low. It's pretty impressive he gets that frag up to max anyhow.
Adam S is so low.
What do we have here? Smoke going close. Look at this. Lucan on the investigation. This may be something he regrets. Down to 30. And now Adam S, he's going to be down his teammate. What? Ponter! What a turn of events. But here, Lucan's still alive in the cut, so don't get distracted from that yet. It's pretty damn hard to. Ponter, terminated. About damn time. And Martinez, that's all he needs. Just another couple of seconds to get back to back. And coldzera taking a lot of stance here onto the sidewalk. coldzera going to turn it onto Lucan right now. He's just slipped the net. Martinez finds him, and no longer a threat. coldzera has a kit, Vincent. That is what is crucial. And now on 1 HP, and he synced him up. But Martinez has synced up that shot perfectly. It's a 5th on the board for 9Z, and a crucial moment
for the Canids.
Molotov streaking, and Adam S, he is fearless. Gets that opening kill and just hops away to safety. Lucan just gets another. Hey, it's Martinez's turn now. The Spaniard is going to see into a possible boost. He can feel it. Knows this is going to be the expectation here. Hassow, he's going to be just terminated right now. And what are the options on the menu of the smoke? And he's going to just get all the way out.
I think that's the right call. Lucan now in a dicey proposition, but there's timing to play with as well for drop. Bomb needs to be collected. 3-on-4. Not bad necessarily for 9Z, but they got to split the difference here. Drop could be the difference maker, but no. Max catches him. And so, unfortunately, Poncer and Cold.
22 to go. This just makes it harder. Now they make this contact, and Max, to feel like your barber is a great headshot on the Cold Zera, and 2 appointments that are too quick. It's Adam S to get that all the way back, and it's 7. A couple of smokes out, but it's teed up with this tally. This is death on the other side, and Lucan has his sight. It's just going to be gone with the wind. It's Cold Zera has that. Adam S with a second tally. Again, they're taking it so far to it. It's 30 seconds, and now they got to deal with it. Wow, they're desperate. Martinez desperate. Has to fall down to a Tech 9 that's going to try and make it happen. They're overwhelmed. And Adam S, he's been exposed. It has to go for the Spaniard here, or it doesn't.
Martinez creeping out. He's still under fire, though. Venom Zera is here. He's low HP, but the op is 1 bullet. Then all that would be required, it doesn't matter. Adam S had to evacuate Pop. There was no way forward, not with the smoke in his face, but HP so low, 15. And it seems like for a likelihood, a guarantee, not quite yet. But for Venom Zera, who's playing hard to get, time expires as Poncer puts the final touches on 4 rounds for the Canids.
9Z with the ball in their court now with house money to be bet. Howes sees this all, and it's a threat out of T-Con. Doolies, they're going swinging. And he's got that into that first fight, but it's tempoed in that tally, and they clean him up. They know how the tempo is supposed to take advantage of the T side right now, and they are onto this site, and they are taking it the way that they would like. Cold Zera long range is taking care of Max, and he's got that on Tbar, and it's Martinez hits a hell of a shot to the back of the site. That is one you cannot take for granted, especially not now. Vincent, this is a 2 versus 4.
They're both dinked up Ivy. Red Canids are, yes, still favored, numbers better in their court, but the problem is that they don't have a lot of health. True for 9Z as well. The bomb devastated on the back of the site. Cold Zera, thanks to him, that they're set into this position. Red Canids now know what's at stake. They know what they need to do. Big moves being made, but no steps taken forward yet for 9Z.
Inez walks it up, checking. Poncer checks him. 3 versus 1 for Adam S now. Plenty of room on this site, and he commits to the plant. Get this down. Softened up on 2 players. Here comes the full, healthy Venom Zera. And the Romanian may have just got the timing game into a great supply. It's just right around that corner. He should be getting encroached right now. There's so many targets, but so much for the Romanian to do. Has to be overwhelmed and is. It's a pistol round that is stamped here for the Red Canids. They get to continue to roll. Being teed up on some level. Poncer wants to keep himself safe. A 1 and then done in the last round. Lucan and Max, it's their turn. And spammed up. It's a hard knock life. You're getting the same treatment. Really, I mean, one of the focal points of that CT side by 9Z were how often they were adamant about taking T-Con control so that they could use their utility elsewhere. Literally, almost every round, it felt like 3 smokes were going right in front of Pop Dog. This thing is becoming hairy. Drop up close as Adam S breathing down his neck with an A1S. And so this should be all good. Poncer in rotation right next to Cold Zera. Martinez with the headshot, and now into a 2v2.
And we're calling this expensive, and the bomb's heading to B, so there's going to be added funding for 9Z next round, regardless of the outcome. Lucan's low. Escape trying to make that. Now Venom Zera gets the confirmation. He can start to run him down. I mean, this would have to be a stunner of a headshot from Lucan, and it's not. The fuse coming. Martinez. I don't really know if it's better necessarily, but he is going to hang on to a M4.
That was Jiggles. Have to get flashed into T-Con. That's the signal that this is coming your way. 1, and that's going to be a good check for the Red Canids to get this temperature all the way down. Back of Red, there's numbers here, and Cold Zera wants to stack the body right at that point. Venom Zera gets that outlast. And how many times has the Spaniard been signed up for a clutch out of his own numbers? At this point, Vincent, I'm pretty sure he's forced to save. So in the success of that round, potentially the op of Martinez would have been up right next door. That's denied through all of the budget that was wasted in the last round due to the negligence back out. Lucan, great entry. He has great positioning, but such little help. Still gets a great shot onto Cold, and Rassau doubles up. Now finally deleted. Venom Zera against the world. Quite a punch thrown back by 9Z, and he should be packing up this op and seeing into storage.
I mean, yeah, he's going to try, but dude, they have already got him closed in on.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah, and that's why Martinez didn't buy.
Brown Hall's decision that is likely came from right under center. This is going straight out and into the hands of Venom Zera. They had to check over towards C, and now it's signed right on the site. But now you're going to get that trade. Lucan had to get his hands dirty, and now to do it all, gets the bomb down. It was Z crossed off. Max is going to try and take advantage of the smoke, but it's actually the positioning that's going to be so much to spare here. Martinez has to do so much himself, taking the attention, trying to take a couple frags at a bare minimum, but he can't. 1v4. Max has to let them pass, and now attempts to try and bottle them up. Can't exactly line them up. He is separated from 3 right here, but now separated from the round entirely. It's the red Canids that survive.
Close out on that 9th round.
Trying to lurk. Thankfully, he's the one with the clue right now. Cowes could have just seen. Popped up head. His head popped. It's dropped now. That immediately has to get that into a squared stance at a 4-on-4.
9Z not quite prepared to snap towards B, but they have the individuals in position to start making their way out. It's Venom Zera under fire again. Can he do it twice in a row? He hits the first and he's looking at the second, but he can't fall back and no adjustment made. So the singular, not the double, is 3-on-3.
Ponter and Cold, they are right where they need to be. Cold to take this on a fine line. The bomb is going to get to the site. Martinez up top. That is the kill of the round. That could be what posts 11 on the board entirely, because there's even consideration whether or not to give this a go. Staying right on the other end of it. Cold Zera has to walk the line. It feels like a tightrope right now. Any one sway of the slip could let this round go, taking advantage of the smoke. It's Cold Zera's squad that's desperate right now, and he is going to have to see out of this one. Red Canids, they get dropped another round at the tally, and this just becomes more and more expensive every turn of the go. Fading in the smoke. It was assisted by Venom Zera.
That's up.
It's audible. And Cowes now pouncing on it. That's a great find. It's for real on B. They gotta go. And you talked about finding that op in the defense. Well, they pluck it out with perfection. It's Venom Zera that's all the way on A. And you can go ahead and initial this and sign it off. It's 12 for 9Z. And they are going to have the first opportunity to grand final and potentially punching their ticket to qualify.
Venom Zera in the spot to impact this round. He's been a conversation point the whole time.
Needs to make the most of this. Fades out, and he's got one. Is this enough for the symbiote, though? Definitely not. This is not going to satisfy, even for our liking. Here goes with the shot, and Martinez gets the bomb down. Venom Zera in the back of our minds, but Martinez shoves it out. 3 more bodies. They got to stack up. 9Z, they could do it, and they could practically construe it right now. It's a 2 versus 4, and Cold Zera all alone. Many turns have just gotten the incorrect tides for the Red Canids, but here, playing and forcing a third map practically. They have the energy through map 2, but it's 9Z that get that reverse sweep.
They send it through. An impressive